Alright, so in this video, I wanted to show the best bullet holes and valve cams that I use. Now, I didn't find these. Some of them I found, some of them I didn't. Most of them I didn't. I'm going to give credit to everyone who found them first, obviously. But these are just the ones that I use. These are not the best. If you want to see the best, go look at like coconut bra or like dangleberries. Go check them out. These are just the ones that I use most frequently. So I'm going to show you my favorite ones out of all of them. They might not be the best, but these are my favorite. So in this first spot, it was founded by Dangleberries, and I use this spot even in ranked, in coppers, in anything. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna throw an impact at the top, destroying the paint can, and then you just hop on the bench and walk onto the saw. And then once you do that, you have to crouch a little bit until you can find the right vault prompt to come up. And once you do get up on there, you can either just sit in the corner, or you can move a little bit to the left or to the right, depending on which way you're looking. And you can lean out that window, and you can actually see the person out there and get an easy kill. Like, no one's really expecting it at all. Or you can even just sit there and crouch and wait for someone to come into workshop. It's one of my favorite spots, without a doubt, and I use this literally like all the time. So with this next spot, I personally use it a lot. And what you can do is you can make a bullet hole out of armory lockers, and you can actually see someone on the armory locker's balcony. Now, this is really good if you're defending upstairs and you're not reinforcing the wall. So if they're in like workshop, you can use this spot. I wouldn't really recommend it if you're defending armory lockers, because most of the time you're going to want this wall to be reinforced. But as you can see, you really can't even see the bullet hole at all. So it's really good if they're trying to push CCTV, if you're like defending customs or anything like that. It's one of my favorite spots to do. Honestly, without a doubt, I think it's the best bullet hole on this map. Now with this next spot, this is one that I actually found myself. I'm sure I didn't create it myself, but this is one that I use a lot myself, unlike the other two from Coconut Bra and Dangleberries. But this spot is so nice when you're defending up here, because you can just lay up here with an ACOG or even anything. I used Ella pistol up here and killed someone. But you just lay there, and it's so hard for them to see you if they don't shoot open like below you, obviously behind the half wall. And even if they do, once it's clear, you can go back and lay over there. But look, you can't even see the person there. And in my opinion, it's one of my favorite things to do is like Doc or anyone really. See, he's using Vigil and he's good. It's really up to you. Now these next set of Valk cams are honestly my favorite in the game, I think. So if you throw in an offices, you can actually throw in at the top ring, and you can see a lot, as you see. And it's a very uncommon spot, and this, you know, they use it in Pro League a lot actually. But another like really cool spot that I found through Coconut Bra was if you shoot like all the TVs inside this room, you can then go below and actually shoot the floor and throw it up. And as long as you destroy more of the TVs, you have a lot more vision on the Valk cams. Yes, they could see it more, but people don't really check it. It's a very uncommon spot. So once you do destroy the floor and the prep phase is up, you can actually throw a Valk cam up, and depending on the way you throw it, you'll have more vision or not on what's up there. But once you do throw it, like, you can actually spot people on this cam too, which is crazy. I wouldn't recommend it because they do eventually start looking around, and once you see all the TVs is down, it kind of looks a little weird. But look, like, you don't get the most amount of vision, but you can still see just about everything. But now with this next camera, this is an optional one. Now when I was recording this, I jumped out for a little too long, but what you can do is you can jump out like for a shorter time, so it won't say that you're detected. But this Valk cam, you can see a lot. You can see people rappelling, you can see people on the AC units, on the buses, and this one's a really good Valk cam as well. That's why these three are generally my favorite, because it allows you to show everything. Now for the final border spot, I actually like this one a lot. I learned this one from Dangleberries as well. And this one, what you can do is you can hop on the blue crates, make sure you don't break them, but you can break the top two things above you, the top white and the top blue crates, or like bins, which will then give you a vault prompt, and it will allow you to vault on top. Now, I use this a lot for coppers, but as you'll see in this clip, I actually used it in ranked, and it worked out fine. Like, it's just so unpredictable. If they drone you out, obviously, yeah, get down. But in my opinion, it's a great spot. As well as you can also like shoot out the top piece when you're standing on here, and if you have a better gun like an ACOG or something, you can really just hold a tight angle for anyone coming in from waiting room or anything. It's honestly like a really underrated spot. And not only does it work against dumb coppers if you're messing with them, but it actually can work in rank sometimes. I recommend it just to try it out. Now, finally, leaving border, we go to a shit map. But the only good thing about this map, in my opinion, is there's so many bullet holes on this map. Like this one up in the cache area, what you can do is you can actually make like a bullet hole here, and you can watch anyone that's like pushing in control room or initiation room, or anyone that drops the hatch. or even people that come up dragging stairs. It's honestly a great bullet hole spot. Like, I use this whenever I'm roaming, all the time. If I'm defending, like, armory throne or anything. And you'll see, like, you literally can't even see it on this map because, like, the weird, like, design of it. Like, look at that. You come around the corner, you're dead. It's a wrap. Consider yourself done. Literally, like, this is one of my favorite bullet hole spots on this map, let alone there's so many of them, as you'll see in this next clip. Now, this next bullet hole spot is another great bullet hole spot. Now, if you're in daycare and you choose not to reinforce this wall, you can actually, like, make so many bullet holes, like one in the middle, like one crouched obviously, one standing up, and one prone. And you can watch the stairs, you can watch the head glitch that comes in from cafe, like this. You'll see, like, you could just kill them so fast, especially if you have an ACOG. Now, the only problem is they can come from the window and shoot, like soft breach that wall and then stop all the bandit charges or anything on it. But as you'll see, like, you can't even see that. Like, it's honestly such a great spot, and I definitely recommend trying it out. Now, with this next spot, you'll actually see I got in a ranked game. If you go into office and you lay down behind the desk, you can actually shoot a bullet hole to watch all the way through bathroom and all the way into the cash room and stop anyone from rotating. Now, it's great for defense. As you see, I used it on offense, but it's literally, like, it's so cheeky and I cannot even see you at all. Now, moving on to cafe, I want to show a couple of Valk cams that I like to use a lot if I'm defending kitchen. One of them is under this bench. I just realized it the other day. I was like, oh, let's give it a try. And I personally find it, like, it doesn't really get found, like, too much. And I like it a lot. But this will help you guard this area over here, obviously. But the next cam I usually throw inside of here. And this helps a lot because, one, is right next to the bakery. And it's also right next to the objective. And they don't really, like, when you come in this room, you don't really look up above you. But that's why what you can do is you can also throw one under this table. And you can't really even see it when you come in. So this will help a lot when seeing someone, if someone's on the wall or not. And if you'll see, I'll show in a couple minutes, a couple seconds rather, you can actually see, like, more if you shoot at this chair. And when you shoot at this chair, the camera is a little bit more exposed, but you can see the actual wall way better. But you can't even see the cam from over here. You'd actually have to either throw a drone in and see it, or crouch down and see it. And it's really hard. It's very, honestly, it's one of my favorite cameras in bakery. But that's what this helps upstairs with too. If you come up into mining and train, you can actually, like, make holes above the walls. Now, I saw this in a Pro League match. I'm pretty sure Merc did it during the invitationals, but he got slammed from up here when he did it. But you can also use it to watch where the other Valcam is, the second Valcam I showed. And what you can do is you can go on the Valcam, and once you see someone in there, you can just hop on and kill them. Or you can just sit there and hold the angle from on the doorway from right up, from, like, up here itself. It's great. It's actually one of my favorite spots to use and favorite things to do when I'm playing on this map. Now, moving on to bank. This is a spot that you can use in garage and you can throw under the truck. Now, I've used this spot for, like, a while, honestly, and I find it great. It doesn't get, like, spotted too often, but I actually really like it. It shows you where everyone is on the right side, on the left side, and I think it's great. As well as this spot. Now, this spot, I'm pretty sure I learned from Coconut Bar. I learned this spot a while ago. You can actually shoot at the TV, and you can throw it in between the little slit. Now, although on the camera it looks like it's clearly exposed, it's really not. You'll see as I'm walking away, you can't even see the actual camera really, unless you, like, really drone it out and zoom in on it. But otherwise, it's a great spot for a camera, and it shows everything. It shows the default spot, it shows, like, where they are in the room, obviously, and it's honestly one of my favorite spots for this map. Now, for the third camera, I like to throw it in server room, and I like to throw it above these, like, next to these wires, above these little pallets, and I think it's a great spot, and it really doesn't get, like, noticed too often, honestly. Now, for CEO office, these next three set of Valcams, I'm pretty sure I saw from, like, a Braction video I think I saw, and, like, some I just found myself. But you can actually throw a Valcam up on one of these posts, and it allows you to see the whole lobby. And as well as it also shows off the windows too, which help a lot because you can have a dock and you can be peeking this window because there's always somebody rappelling or on the parking garage. So for the second Valcam, what I like to do is I like to throw it on top of this plant or hedge, I guess you could say. And the reason why I like to do that is because it allows you to see, like, all the skylight area and the wall. Now, the most important thing that I like to do with Valk is you roam downstairs and you use this Valcam to either C4 the guy that's going to be thermiting the wall, or come up skylight and kill anyone that's pushing stock or in the hallway. It creates a lot of opportunities for defense as a whole, I think, honestly. I think it helps a lot. As you see here, if someone's going to be thermiting the wall, just toss it up and you're killing them easy. Now for the third camera, what I like to do is I like to break one of these windows, and I usually throw it on the roof. Now, sometimes you'll mess up like an idiot and you'll miss, but as long as you can see these windows, it will help you a lot with defending this room, in my opinion. Now moving on to coastline, one of these 3 Valk cams, I like to throw an aquarium in the bottom left. I learned this from a coconut bar video, and I like to use it a lot because I feel like it's very uncommon and people aren't really checking it as much because they're more concerned for billiards room. I honestly love this camera a lot and I'd recommend it. Now with this next cam, I like to use a lot. I've seen it in Pro League, but it can get shot at a lot. So as you see, you can just throw it out somewhere in ruins, and it allows you to just see everything outside. It allows you to see if people are rappelling. Now what you can do is you can throw it a little lower, which is no problem with that, because then people won't really be looking at it as much, but it's just good to get the balcony side so you can see really everything that's going on for any run outs you want to do or any spawn kills. And for the final cam, what I like to do is I like to go to the center and I just toss mine up at the tree. Now sometimes you can mess it up, as you'll see I mess it up sometimes, but it might block your view, but you could generally see and hear if anyone's on the roof, and it's honestly really helpful in my opinion. Now for this next tip, it's a lot simpler, but if you come into sunrise, what you can actually do is you can shoot in that corner of hookah where people sit a lot, and they might have a Jaeger so you can't get them out, but you can buck them or even shoot them from below. But a lot of people do play in sunrise or by blue bar or anywhere, so just be careful. That's why you really should only go for that corner unless you clear out the whole area. Now moving on to consulate, this one is what I like to use anytime I am defending a lobby. Now if you're defending a lobby, it's a very common, what you should do is you should make sure you're watching the doorway, and the best way to do that is from above in my opinion. Now the problem is it's very common for being above, so they're going to prone and look up, especially if they have a Blackbeard. But if you come more to the left, you can actually make a hole with a shotgun or a deagle or impacts, preferably something that's not like crazy big so they don't notice as much. But you can see the doorway, and if they come in, it's a little harder, but you can still easily see it. Not only that, but it allows you to not be seen from Visa steps, because Visa steps is a very big problem if you're just looking down into main lobby, in my opinion. I feel like it always messes me up. Now with this next one, this is a very simple spawn peek on Chatelet that I have been using since I was on Xbox. It is a very simple spawn kill, and I would recommend trying it because they can barely see you. It's great. I think I've been killed from the spot once, so I definitely recommend trying it out. Just look out the window and peek campfire and you're good. Now for the final map, it's going to be on Clubhouse, and the first Valk cam spot that I like a lot that I saw Fabian use in a Pro League match is in this top left corner in construction. Now I messed up the Valk cam a little bit, but if you throw it down a little more, you could see a lot better, and it's honestly a great camera. Now for the second camera, I like to put it in garage because usually the default cam is shot out pretty quickly. So if you throw it more to the left in this corner, it's usually blocked out by the metal piping, and you can really see everything on garage stairs or by the window or by the door where they come in. It's honestly a solid camera in my opinion. And for the final camera, I like to throw this outside in the tree. I've seen this in Pro League. This is more of a common spot, but people don't really check it much if you're not really scanning them on it because it doesn't really stand out as much. But this spot is really good for outside, for watching people on the roof, on the balcony, or really anywhere in general. Like, this is one of my favorite cameras to use because I feel like if they don't bring an IQ, they're not really going to check there in a certain spot. Now for the final spot, for anyone who actually stayed this long, they can see this amazing thing that I do all the time with a shotgun because I'm a rat with this gun. If you come from the side, you can actually destroy the floorboards, and you won't destroy the floor from below, which will then allow you to use an L-mine in the floor. And you can even cover it with barbed wire, and they can't really even see it. By the time they come close enough, they're already hit with it. Now this isn't really new because you can do this with lesion mines and other things, but I haven't really seen people ever do it with L-mines often. And I've played a diamond ranking and it doesn't really happen to me a lot. Now, yes, you could do it with lesions, but like I said, L-mines are just so annoying. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe. Just let me know what other type of videos you want. Peace out. I love you.